Here are the top gaming cryptocurrencies that you should consider investing into and start doing your research on. All right, guys, so this is how I observe gaming. Okay, obviously, a lot of these great gains are good to get in nice and early. And you know what? I'm a DJ, so I like to look at those bigger gains as well. And I know a lot of you are as well. And so if you found yourself in this channel watching my video, well, welcome. Really happy that you guys are here. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm on CoinMarketCap, right? I'm going CoinMarketCap and I've just clicked on play to earn. These are the top play to earn games that we're looking right now. Really interesing. And you know what? Nothing should stop you from going and researching into these coins and, you know, these games really, I should say, and identify what it is. You know, the gaming industry is massive, guys. So, you know, I'm just gonna do a dumb Google search. How big is gaming industry right now? Okay, it's $155 billion in revenue, right? By 2025, analysts predict the industry will generate more than $260 billion in revenue, which is a big deal, boys and girls, a big deal. So here are the top play to earn games right now. And look, this is how I digest this information. Axie Infinity is at $8 billion in market cap. That's the benchmark. That's the biggest game-related token out there. Now, blockchain technology is still reasonably new, and the game that we see behind Axie Infinity, personally, is a stupid one. Like, there are so many good games that make a lot of money, right? For example, right now, PUBG value, I don't know, let's have a look at the PUBG value. It's around the 1 billions, right? 1 billions, okay? Let's think about a stupid game like Angry Birds, right? Angry Birds value. It's sitting at 1 billion as well. So obviously, you know, it's a stupider game than PUBG. PUBG is, they're both stupid really, but PUBG is a lot more, like there's more design and there's more development that goes into it than Angry Birds, I think. What about something even stupider like Candy Crush value, which was a big game? Okay, it's sitting at $740 million, okay? So it's obviously bigger games will have bigger value. What about things like GTA value? What's the Grand Theft Auto value? $6 billion in revenue. So the bigger the game, the greater the game, the more design and the thought and the psychology that goes into the game, the better it's gonna be. And to be honest, right now, just looking at it, this is what Axie Infinities look like. It's just little monsters, there's very little graphics, and that's what's being played, and that's what everyone's frothing over, right? Maybe the simplicity is the selling point here, but look at the game industry as a whole. Because the gaming industry isn't just about making money, but it's also about enjoying the actual gameplay as well. I personally don't play too many games, but that is part of the gaming industry. And what Axie Infinity has done by being the first and the only available cryptocurrency-backed play-to-earn gaming cryptocurrency in the scene, it has identified a market. It's basically ripped open a big one and said, yo, we have identified $8 billion worth of money that is worthy of being invested into the crypto gaming space. So that being the benchmark, games like Illuvium, this is what Axie looks like, right? And this is what Illuvium looks like. Illuvium looks like that. Go to the website, there we go, why not? I'm not sponsored by Illuvium, by the way. That's what Illuvium looks like, which is crazy, right? Like, it's a much better, much more attractive gameplay. Basically, what is Candy Crush to GTA is what Axie Infinity is to Illuvium. And after all the market has been identified, we've realized that, well, GTA has made a lot more money than Candy Crush or Angry Birds ever did. So if we identify that, then what I see in this market is the future, okay? So all of this information is in the past, but you gotta be able to see the future to be able to invest into these cryptocurrencies. So we look at Axie Infinity. It's $8 billion. Illuvium is only at $552 million. So have you ever wondered like how people come up with like price predictions and stuff? Well, this is how they do it. The price of the coin is really high. No one cares about the price. No one cares about the price of the coin. You really need to look at the market cap and its potential growth into the future. Because, you know, we got coins as expensive as $64,000. You may have heard of it. It's called Bitcoin, right? And yet it doesn't grow anywhere near as fast as, you know, like for example, Shiba, which is like really cheap. Well, that's the whole point. You know, you want to buy something cheap and blah, blah, blah. But if in relation to the actual supply and the actual market cap, well, then it becomes a different discussion anyway. So don't look at the price and go, wow, that's really cheap. It'll go up to like $60,000 like Bitcoin. Well, you got to be real with yourself. You know, where is the market cap going to be once it does multiply out? So having a look at some of these coins, like look at Mana and the Sandbox. These are platforms upon which, you know, things can be, you know, created. On gaming alone, you know, if we look at, you know, Engine, for example, Engine is a fantastic coin. The relation between Candy Crush and the Android, you know, Play Store is basically what Engine is. Engine is going to become the engine room of a lot of new games that are going to be created onto the marketplace, right? We look at things like GameStarter, right? GameStarter, which came out onto the DAO Maker platform, and the price on GameStarter is just crazy. It just went absolutely crazy. And it comes to show that gaming is not a negligible field for cryptocurrency blockchain technology. So what are some of the cryptocurrencies that I've identified? Well, you know what? Axie Infinity maybe had its day. Maybe there's some gains in there, but how far do I see it going up? Well, we don't know. You know, Decentraland, you know, Sandbox, these are platforms. As the game grows, wouldn't we at least be able to bring some of these platforms to the level of Axie Infinity? I certainly believe that it can. So we're looking at Illuvium, and if Axie Infinity is the benchmark for it, then why not? You know, what about things like Zrun? So I think we've got cryptocurrency called like D-Race, and also, you know, we've got Monster Infinite. So Monster Infinite is going to be a competitor to Axie Infinity. The amount of money that you're going to invest into Monster Infinite is far less than Axie Infinity to set up a team because it has less people. But if we look at Monster Infinite, we only see that it has about, we say that it only has about $52 million in market cap. So it surely has a lot of great room for growth. And I think it's for people, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be trickling out of Axie Infinity to play Monster Infinite as well, which is quite exciting as well. We'll also see some great returns on Binamon, for example, right now. So Binamon is another great and a highly engaging community as well, which is really interesting. You know, we also see things like poker, which is like a poker kind of game, and people are looking at that as a potential investment as well. We're also looking at D-Race. Do I have D-Race? No? Okay, so it hasn't made it into the top 139 coins. All right, so if we look at D-Race, that's another horse racing cryptocurrency. You know, compare this with the hype of Zrun, and it brings in more functionality. We can definitely compare it to the success of Zrun. So this is something that, you know, that you can look into. So like I said, it is definitely helpful, and it gives you perspective on where the direction is for a lot of these cryptocurrencies as well. That, you know, once we have an identifiable marketplace and a user base where people are going to come in and they're going to enjoy the gameplay, they're going to enjoy the earnings that they're going to make out of these things as well. Well, then my suggestion to you is that, well, identify then how big this could potentially get by identifying how much money is actually already injected into the market. And that'll give you some perspective of where these coins are gonna go. It'll be great if I can tell you exactly what coins to get. And you know what, some of the more obvious ones are, and these are not so much degen gains, but is obviously Decentraland, the Sandbox, Engine, Illuvium definitely, and then, you know, a bit of TLM as well. So that's a good one too. But I'd rather you do more research into it before you then jump into it, right? Monster Infinite is definitely another good one, and Binamon as well. So these are some of the identifiable ones, to me at least, to see, you know, and especially like Binamon and Monster Infinite, you know, if it goes anywhere near the level of, for example, the Axie Infinity, right, is these play to earn levels, right, at 1 billion in market cap, we're talking 20x, right? So you're getting a lot more degen down here, and D-Race I think has some really, really great potential as well. All right, guys, not financial advice, of course, and I much prefer you guys do your own research, but I'm basically opening up the book to how I'm gonna approach these research. I hope that you guys can understand that and apply that same methodology and secure some good amount of gains, guys. All right, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I will see you in the next one. Leave some comments down below so that I can interact with you guys, and, you know, let me know what kind of things you want me to cover. Would love to be of service in that way. Make sure you go like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next